Hi beautiful souls, this is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming each one of you to my channel with all my love and all my heart. I truly am very appreciative of how my channel is growing because of all the love and support that comes my way from all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and such beautiful shares about your journey and the emails that come in and the donations. I truly do feel blessed to be on this journey to serve as a clear light, and that's my intention every time. So if you're coming to my channel for the first time, I welcome you. I do many types of readings, and I bring forth spiritual insights. Sometimes when I am feeling up to it, I'll come in front of the camera and we'll go from there. Today I am starting the first of the series, and I was really called to it for this time. We're coming to a close of 2020. We have the final quarter, the final leg of 2020. And it has brought in a lot of challenges. It's brought in a lot of heartaches. It's brought in a lot of constriction, limitation, turmoil. So many of us, and rightfully so, feel that 2020 has been one of the most damaging years, or one of the most challenging years. Challenge is still a wonderful word. From what I hear is like, what is this 2020? So I want us to know that there's always a time when collectively we have decided at one point in time to ascend. And for that ascension, there is a collective mind. You know, I can have my own viewpoints, you can have yours, I can have my own desires and you have your own, and so on and so forth. But collectively we have put forth some energies created over the years and centuries. And at one point, collectively we have decided to ascend, like I said. And the ascension process, the first part of the ascension process is that of, you really have to look inward as to what you've created. Is this where we want to go collectively? Is this really serving all of us? Are we getting closer to our soul light of love, camaraderie, being there for one another? So yes, 2020 has been very challenging, very limiting, has brought in a lot of heartache, has brought in a lot of death and destruction. Through all of that, it is also bringing a lot of gifts. It really is. And I would like for us at this time to look at what are the spiritual insights, the spiritual gifts that the 2020 is bringing, has brought, just for our own inner reflection, because I'm recording it in September. I'm hoping it's going to be up and about in a few days. So you will have this still in the month of the energy of 9, which is that of introspection. What am I doing in this reading? In this reading, and many more that will follow this, I'm going to look at how is 2020 looking for us in the last leg, in the last quarter. And I'm going to divide up my readings in a few different ways. The first I'm going to do in this particular one is going to be spiritually. What are the spiritual lessons we're integrating? What is unfolding for us spiritually? What are some of the ways in which we can strengthen our inner spirit? Why I'm beginning with this is the most important aspect. But, you know, we all have a tendency to look at only what sees or meets the eye, which is in the physicality, which is the physical manifestation. So we must remember that all manifestations in the physical form must first take place in the spiritual realm. That is the universal law. Whether we like it, we accept it, we don't, that's exactly how it happens. Now, that's why my reading is going to begin with the looking at what is unfolding spiritually in the next 3 months to close out 2020, and we can embrace 2021, which will be a year of change. The next reading will be, I'm going to look at what is unfolding for us mentally, how we can become stronger with our thoughts and our mindset. Then I'm going to look at emotionally, and then I'm going to look at in the physicality, meaning how we can manifest what we are going to see here in the spiritual realm and bring it down into the physicality. And that still gives you 3 months. It still gives you 3 months, the first, all these months have been like a big shake-up, and it's really thrown us all off guard. So now that we are understanding that, there's a lot of things and shifts that are out of our control, but what is in our control? What are we supposed to learn? What are we supposed to do? Because this is a huge thing that's taken place in this year. And things will never be the same. Ever. They will never be the same. So given that, I wanted to begin with the spiritual part. Do know that I am actually a manifestation coach, and one of the things that I teach in my manifestation series is that about building in the spiritual realm and then harnessing that energy and bringing and honing that down and materializing it. So goal materialization. I will come to goal materialization, and I will also do a manifestation spread. So that's my intention over the next few weeks. Just know I am here in Southern California. We have had massive fires, and there's been, where I am is like huge amount of ashes all around. So I have my little umbrella up there so no ashes really fall. I'm okay. So do pardon if my readings do come off erratic, or I'm not coming across as on a regular basis. It's because I'm trying to deal with other things that are also manifesting in my life. So that's a lot of beginning and a pre what have you discussion before the readings, because I am doing many readings. For those who will just end up seeing another reading, that's fine. For the ones who are really committed towards this path, follow along. Don't jump into the physical one. That if you end up seeing that first, start with the spiritual, then the mental, then the emotional. Go in that order, and you're going to be able to integrate a ton of information. Whew. Thank you, angels. So what I would recommend, and I would advise you at this point, is just to sit back, or you're laying, whatever you're doing, just to relax your body and open your arms. That is our receptive mode, as you see my hands open. I'll do a short invocation here on camera today. Slow, steady breaths. To the Mother, Father of the universe, we humbly invoke for your guidance, your presence, your light, and your protection. To the Ascended Masters, all beings of unconditional love and light, our spiritual guides, our spiritual team, we humbly invoke for your guidance, your presence, your healing, and your protection. To my higher self and higher self of all the viewers ever watching this reading, I seek for your presence, your guidance, and your protection. May the words that come through me be that bring in clarity and be for the highest good, and highest good for all, and harm to none. May they help us understand and integrate the lessons coming forth towards us. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you in full faith. Blessings to all. Let's begin. I'm going to first look at what is the main theme that is unfolding for us in the last half, the last section of 2020. What is the major theme that we collectively angels are integrating in the last quarter? Thank you. Structures, building strong foundations. We got the card of the Emperor, energy of 4. 2020 totals up to the energy of 4. We are learning about structures. We are learning about destabilization and then restabilizing our ships, our grounding, our grounding. What do we stand for? The plans, organization. What's our vision? And how do we bring that vision to reality? An emperor, the card of the Emperor, I just want you to know, this energy, this is what we're integrating. The energy of the Emperor is this emperor is a very masculine energy of take charge, take action, moving forward, but he's very visionary. A visionary energy coming forth on what is the vision for us for the rest of the year and the years to come. And when we look out into the future on what we are wishing to see and create, how do I go about bringing that up? And I just saw a hummingbird look straight me in the eye. So bringer of joy. Even though we are feeling destabilization, I'm seeing a lot of joy energy that is around us, asking us to focus on the lighter things and the things that have worked out, the good that you already have in your life. Focus in your heart center. And then from that place of gratitude, begin to build structures. He's the master architect. Master architect. Thank you, angels. I'm going to look at 3 energies from the Psychic Tarot that we will be integrating in this next 3 months spiritually. So the first part that's overriding this reading is, this is the sense of abandonment. This is the 5 of Pentacles in the earth element. And what is the reading I'm doing? Spiritual reading, right? On the spiritual side, what's taking place spiritually. So we are learning to find that inner light, to connect with nature, to connect with our inner light, to see our creations and trust and surrender to the journey that's unfolding. Trust that you're always taken care of, that will be guided towards the next best place. So let's look at 3 major energies that we will be integrating over the next 3 months. The first energy, spiritual energy that we will be integrating. I love this. This is wonderful. We got the clarity of belief. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Second energy, transformation of the mental. I did say to learn to surrender and go with the flow. This is the Wheel of Fortune showing up here as a major theme. To understand and follow your heart's calling. Go with the flow, that you're going to be guided to the next positive cycle in your life. The Wheel of Fortune gives you that opportunity, the chance to begin again. 1, and this is 1-0. 1-1-0. You create your reality. This is the clarity of belief. Again, this person is holding his heart, moving forward, transforming anything of the past hurts, the past wounds, the past feelings of abandonment, loneliness, restriction, limitation, and taking charge of their mindset, and creating from that new positive mindset. Both of them. I'm seeing healing of the masculine energy within us and of the entire collective. Masculine energy exists in both men and women. Anyone can be a holder, primary holder of this energy, but I'm really feeling a healing of the masculine energy taking place. So this will require a lot of forgiveness of perhaps the incorrect actions that have taken place in the world. To allow that we're going to release and relinquish all of that past energy and embrace the new. And there's a healing of the heart that I'm feeling in both of them. I'm feeling a healing of the heart. And the Emperor is also a masculine energy. So there's definitely a healing and a cleansing of the masculine energy in the entire collective that's taking place. And look at what I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck right now. Joy and stability. This is the 1111 portal. 1111, anchoring in higher vibration of love, anchoring in higher vibration and solidifying. This is also card number 4. That's also card number 4. We're definitely integrating all of that in 2020. It may not look like it, it may not feel like it, but that is what we are integrating collectively. The third energy that we'll be integrating, angels, in the last leg of 2020 spiritually. What is the spiritual lesson, spiritual understanding that we are needing to understand and master in the last? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful feminine energy coming through right here. This is major arcanas right here. We got the Emperor, we got the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Empress. So there is definitely a coming together of the masculine and the feminine, which means in this case a perfect harmony of taking action and of receiving, active and passive, receptivity and taking action. So I've done a video, I think it's the 1-2-1-2. I think I've done that. And anyway, I won't give away in terms of that, where I talk about there's a time for taking action and there is a time to receive and to understand. So this is the time, this is what the Emperor does. Okay, you set out certain goals, you set out certain plans based on a vision that you have. Wonderful. After that, you begin to set things in motion by taking action. Okay, you start to institute plans and you start to take action towards them. And as you're taking action, you now pick up, the Emperor then picks up what is really transpiring in the empire around him. Okay, so you're looking at the environment, you're looking at the heartbeat, the rhythm of what is taking place around. When this Emperor looks at what is the rhythm, what is the heartbeat around the entire empire that he is creating or he has a vision for, there may be shifts in plans that are required. Okay, I can't go ahead with what I decided because I'm picking up a different shift. And then he or she hones in on that skill and becomes flexible. So this is also asking for us to be flexible. And that's where we're heading into 2021. 2020 was strong structures, re-looking at the structures that we have created, breaking down of pretty much all structures that we know of. And then with lots of options open, now we're finding a new direction. What is the direction that I want to go? Which will be the energy of 5. Next year will be the energy of 5, big changes. So this that we are integrating in this last leg of 2020 is that of tapping into our inner feminine. See, both of these are holding their heart, the masculine energy. There's a lot of water element, which is that of the feminine. This one speaks of regeneration, rebirth, reconnection to all things, ability to nurture oneself and another. With all this time being isolated, all this time being, within the walls, within limitations, how we have probably grown, nurtured ourselves and nurtured another. And now we're being asked to continue to extend that. Have faith. I'm feeling have faith. Have faith. So let's look at what is unfolding spiritually for us in the last half of 2020, angels. Last half of 2020. This is a brand new deck, so it will stick a little bit. First energy. And I'm taking it from the feminine deck. I'm going to cut it and take it. I love this. So we have the energy which is saying here, nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. Isn't that the wonderful energy to start and understand? Because nothing is ever set in stone here. And I'll go into it. Meaning, if you thought that that was the destiny, that is where I'm supposed to go, and that is exactly the only way to go, 2020 is showing that's not the only way to go. We're going to have to change our mind. We're going to have to change how we see things. We're going to have to find another way. So nothing was set in stone. Now, I love this. This is perfect. I love how the cards just flow along with that. Where it's saying the Wheel of Fortune, I'll go with the flow. We're getting the angel guidance which talks about entering into the void. Nothing is yet set in stone. When you enter into the void, it is, I have a dark tablecloth today. So when we enter into this, what we call as this darkness, and I don't mean as in the dark night of the soul, where there is no light, you're entering into an empty space. Anything and everything is possible. So collectively, we can breathe a different consciousness into what 2021 will bring us. You're entering into that space where all is possible, nothing is set in stone. What do you want to pull out of that? I help you with visualization and the art of visualization in my manifestation. I have people enter into the void. I was feeling forgiveness. I feel some of you are not speaking up, and you've held that back. And the way you can bring about more healing in your life in the last half is really forgiving yourself, forgiving what has happened, forgiving people around you, getting even angry at the universe, forgiving, releasing that. We are collectively needing to release. We're collectively needing to release anger. Father healing. I have been saying masculine energy healing. This again to me is that energy right here. So for all of you, those who are listening in, look at what your relation with your father has been. How has that been? Has that been positive, or has there been some anger, resentment, or disappointments, or etc., that you're holding on to? Forgiveness of this time. I did say masculine energy. Perhaps the father figure was very strong, was very structured, had you believe in a certain things, and you had to follow something that they said, and that made you angry. It didn't go the way you wanted it to. You followed the rules, and yet it didn't go through the way it did. Or they didn't speak kindly towards you. Okay? So this is the time that the universe is saying the last 3 months of 2020 is giving you that opportunity to truly go into your heart space and, let go of that. They came from their place of understanding, their place of consciousness, and they did what they thought they knew. And we all operate out of our shadow sides. So many times I react so many times. And then I realized that I was coming from a place of reaction. So Father, the more we can bring in healing to the masculine energy, your own personal power is going to increase. Release past belief systems that perhaps you have imbibed through father figures in your life, your own father, which probably had you feeling like you were bound. So I'm not feeling this for everybody. I'm feeling this for some of you, where you felt like you were bound to certain structures. You had to do things a certain way. So it's right now, there's a lot of emotions. So there's a lot of, you're being asked to delve really deep into your emotions. If that makes you angry, sad, upset, let those emotions come out, feel them out, and then go with the flow, release that and forgive. Enter into the void, because you're going to create something new. Something really beautiful is unfolding for you. I did say something about surrender. Okay, so what is the core lesson that we're integrating in the last 3 months? Patience. Boy, do we know patience, dear God? No, we don't know. I'm laughing because this is not one of my virtues. I accept that everything happens in divine order. I take that big sigh because this is my biggest handicap, and this is my biggest learning, that I surely am trying to go with the flow. And for someone who is very, very structured, I love strong structures. Okay? And I love things going my way. So I'm sharing my shadow side. So it makes me very inflexible. So my entire spiritual journey has been about Archana. Time to let go and go with the flow. Heal your own inner masculine energy. Heal that. You don't always have to act from that place. Release and embrace your feminine energy of receptivity, nurturing, allowing that. It has been a challenging journey for me because I'm very strong in my masculine energy. So embracing this side has been very, very challenging. But I wouldn't want it any other way. The deeper my connection goes with the Mother Earth, and the deeper my connection goes with my inner feminine, the more healing I'm bringing into the masculine energy within me and around me. how I look at men, how I look at the masculine energy. There's a lot more peace, there's a lot more forgiveness, there's a lot more acceptance, and there's a lot more embracing. Seeing the good aspect, seeing the amazing aspect of the masculine energy, and how amazing masculine energy is. So protective, so kind, so knightly, so wonderful. So wonderful. Whew, looking at the father healing, I am missing my dad. I love you, Papa. Wherever you are, I know you can hear me. Financial constraints, card number 13. Lovely. This is my card, number 13. So if we've been feeling, 2020 did bring up a lot of constraints, a lot of lack. There was a lot of losses that have taken place. It's caused a lot of heartache, lots of challenges collectively. So there is pain, okay? There is pain, no denying that. But there's also great transformation. Have faith in your inner self. Have faith in the benevolence of the universe, in the Father of the universe. Father of the universe will take care, will provide, will guide you. This is the Father of the universe. And this is the ultimate mother of the universe, birthing. In this particular deck they don't show, but in the traditional Rider-Waite, they show like a pregnant woman, which is really talking about a birthing of a new cycle, bringing life, bringing form, right, into this world. So together with the great protector and the great nurturer, we can birth a new world. We can birth a new world. Oh gosh. I am not going to repeat the reading. So we're going to be overcoming these financial constraints, because right with that, again, card number 28 totals to 10. Go with the flow, positive energy, victory. You are going to be victorious in what you put your faith and belief in. What do you believe in? Can you nurture? Can you nurture your dreams? Can you nurture what you believe? Can you plant the seeds and then continue on that growth? Because these two wanted to come together. I was only pulling one. You are going to be victorious. There is golden light. That is golden Christic energy that is flowing down to us. There is, again, in this case, I'm seeing the sun again. Sun again represents the yang element within us. Once again, bringing in beautiful rays of sun, abundance, growth. It's in the distance. It's coming. It's coming. Have faith. Nothing is set in stone yet. We can create a new world with our thoughts. Discipline. It is going to require discipline. Before it even says anything else, I'm just going to tell you that it is going to require a lot of discipline. The time right now is 10:10, 1010. Talks about, I saw 10:10. Again, I'm drawn to this energy of the flow, which is the wheel of fortune. But we must be disciplined. Disciplined how, Archana? Discipline in creating a new thought form, a new emotional understanding, a new growth spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, so we can bring to manifestation, so all of us can put in that positive vibe. We put in all that great energy in so that we can all reap the benefits of it. There'll be greater rewards. Then it's not 2 + 2 is not 4. There's a synergistic effect. There is a huge effect that takes place. I'm hearing radioactive type, right? That's what I'm seeing here. Discipline. It's requiring for you to take charge. First, you go into this amorphous state. When you're in this amorphous state, you figure out what is it that I'm going to now birth into this coming year. I need to be grateful. I need to let go of what has been. I'm going to nurture myself. This is how I'm now going to start my new life. I need to kind of let go of what has happened. There's been a lot of losses, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. I need to kind of let go. There's been a lot of constriction. I don't want those cobwebs anymore. I understand. I'm planting the seeds today that they will come to fruition in divine timing. And I trust and I surrender because there is victory. Tune in and ask your angels for help and support so that your life can become more happy and more rewarding. Right? Mastery. Listen to your higher self. So your mantra is going to be self-discipline brings me freedom. Okay? Last two energies to close out spiritually. What is that we are integrating? Many want to come and go. 21, number 3, that's nurture, the Empress energy. Creating your own path. Card number 21, creating your own path. And I again see a feminine energy here. So allowing the feminine energy within you to lead the way. That's how we are healing we're healing the masculine energy, and we are allowing the inner feminine, our inner guidance, our inner intuition, the promptings of the heart, that things can no longer just go with aggression, with anger, with force. That's sometimes the energy of the emperor. Aggression, anger, by force, forcefully pushing through things. It's everything's breaking down. All structures are going to break down when we have force. So we're now recreating and saying, how is it that we can create this balance? I'm seeing a lot of healing, allowing the light of the feminine energy to guide you intuitively within you. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. There's courage and there's strength. And I see this, how beautiful. Together, the masculine and the feminine, going with the flow. Masculine yields and gives that courage and that strength so that the feminine can lead the way. Allow for these new creations to take place, but the creation can come across with the actionable energy of the masculine. But the masculine here is seeking that guidance from the feminine within. Healing of the masculine feminine energy is hugely taking place in the next 3 months. Connection with crystals. I love crystals. You see that. I'm seeing lots of crystals. Clear quartz. Clarity of belief. One of the meditations I do is actually clear vision. Third eye chakra meditations is merging this clear quartz crystal in your third eye. You know, I knew this card would come out. I was shuffling the deck and I just stopped at this because I looked at this feminine. Hidden worlds. Hidden worlds. Have a look at this image. So I feel like there's a cleansing of the feminine energy. There's been a lot of oppression, a lot of force, a lot of aggression, a lot of negativity thrown towards the feminine for centuries, for decades, what have you. We can no longer continue with he said, she said. We have to continue bring to begin in healing. And the feminine energy is gentle and kind and nurturing and very generous. Generosity of the spirit theirs. And it is the role of the masculine to protect. It is the role of the masculine to honor. It is the role of the masculine to respect the feminine energy. Together, they create magic in the universe. And they work harmoniously. So I'm feeling like there'll be a lot of discovery of the inner feminine, healing of the emotions. That's what I'm feeling with this. So overall, what I'm feeling with this final parting message here is that be patient. The last part of 2020 is going to help you more in your journey if you bring in forgiveness. There is going to be victory. You'll be overcoming financial constraints. You'll be rising more in your power. The more you're able to forgive, the more you're able to tap into and just surrender. connect to nature, follow your heart's calling, your heart's desire, just go with the flow. Listen to your intuition, forgive the father figures, the father structures, or the strong structures, the society, your culture, your religion, something, whatever it is organized that has kind of quote unquote held you down, where you perceive that it has held you down. It is time to release that. It really is. Then work hard on what you believe in. Don't give up on that. Nurture your dreams through self-discipline. Allow the inner guidance to create your own unique path. What your path is, I cannot know. And there is no need for you to justify your path to another. They cannot understand it. They can't, because they have their own path. It's only you. So trust yourself. Trust your own guides. You'll be traversing some hidden worlds. You'll discover some beautiful golden nuggets. 2020 is bringing in and teaching us patience, that everything is unfolding in divine order. It's also allowing us this great perspective of bringing in healing between the masculine and the feminine energy, and reminding us that nothing is set in stone. It's up to us. We are the co-creators of our destiny. What is it that we wish to create? What is it that we wish to create? Thank you, angels. More in my next video. This is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance.